What's up guys, my name's Chronic Heroes here on this Destiny video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about how to do the new Crota raid challenge mode as of the Age of Triumphs update. Now I know a lot of people have already made tutorials on this, but there have been a few things that people have missed that made this a lot easier and a lot faster for a lot of raid teams. I've been doing a lot of LFG with people and this strategy has worked wonders with a lot of teams that I've been running it with. If you do end up liking the video, make sure you leave a like down below so other people can see this video and know this extra information to make this a lot easier. Before I get started, I wanted to mention again, I have a giveaway going around. It's going to end this Sunday, so make sure you enter. It's going to be a gaming headset, a mouse, and 16 gigabytes of rainbow RAM, which means it's LED, rainbow colored and all that stuff. I think is really cool. But make sure you go in the description down below, the Gleam link. Just go ahead there and follow the directions to enter the giveaway. It is not limited by location. As long as it doesn't cost like $50 to ship to you, you guys just in the UK, in Australia, whatever it is, again, as long as you're not like making me pay $50. Without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. So to start off with, for the most part, Crota is going to be pretty much the same fight. The only difference is that everyone can only pick up the sword once. You do not have to pick up the sword, but you can only pick it up once. And again, if you drop your sword, that same sword, and try to pick it back up, that will count as 2 grabs. So do not grab it on the second time. If you drop it, just leave it. That is your turn. You cannot grab it again. Secondly, he summons an Oversoul every single time you down him, which makes it very difficult to actually get a second cycle on him to try to get another 3 hits. Now, there are a lot of easy ways to overcome this part that I'm going to be talking about in the video. As far as loadouts go, I would say a high damage sniper rifle as well as a scout rifle and a Gallahorn are going to be your best bet here. If you do not have this, just try to get a sniper rifle of any kind, again a scout rifle of any kind, and again try to get something with high damage, maybe a stimulant or another type of rocket launcher, or even if you don't have any of that stuff, just try to get something with damage. But for the most part, most people have Gallahorn at this point. And lastly, one of the most important parts is a hunter with Celestial Nighthawk. He's also going to want to equip the 2 perks, the one on the Gunslinger section that makes it so he does significantly more damage is at the top of that Gunslinger section, and secondly the one that gives you more range, which is the far right middle. You're going to need those 2 things, which is going to make the Gunslinger shot a very powerful weapon, and I'll go into it further why this is important. I would also recommend having a second Celestial Nighthawk. If you have 2 hunters, try to get 2 of them to go Celestial Nighthawk, Gunslinger. Overall, these are not necessary. You can still accomplish this without it, but it is a lot more difficult. So if you played Crota, it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to want to clear that first section that you stand on the plate, clear the first enemies. I would recommend try to spawn as many orbs as possible, so get your supers, try to spawn a Tether or a Storm Trance or something, and try to spawn as many orbs as you can so that your Celestial Nighthawk people have enough orbs to be able to continually get their Celestial Nighthawk Gunslinger. After you do that, go over to the left side. Make sure you guys go over to the left side because Crota does rotate right the first time. You're going to want to do is grab the chalice, pass that around to anybody who needs health, and then of course give the chalice to the sword bearer, the first sword bearer that's going to get it. Kill the sword bearer and give the sword to the first sword bearer guy. And of course, after you do that, get the guy to go up on the left rock, have the sword bearer call out when he wants you to fire. Everybody fires their Gallahorns and starts shooting Crota to down him. The swordsman then goes in, tries to get 3 slams on Crota. Crota, again, will do his Oversoul every single time he goes down, so the swordsman will not have much problem. He won't be killed if he's next to Crota for too long. Because Crota will actually summon his Oversoul, and you'll see the big green animation. Once he's done summoning his Oversoul, what you're going to want to do is actually down Crota again. Right as his animation finishes, the swordsman is going to go in for a second set of hits and get those next 3. In the meantime, the first Celestial Nighthawk hunter is going to pop his Gunslinger and shoot the first Oversoul, which is going to kill it in 1 shot. Now, this is the crux of the strategy, as it makes it a lot easier on the team and a lot easier for everyone involved. After you down Crota the second time, get those swordsmen 3 hits. What you're going to want to do is everybody run back into that room and kill the second Oversoul together, and again, you should have no problem killing it if everybody is firing at it. Throughout this whole thing, what you want to do is kill all the wizards and the boomers in the tower side that you're on. So starting off on this side, you're going to kill all the ones on the left side. Continually watch for boomers, continually watch for wizards so that your swordsman does not die from these things. After you get those 2 hits in, or those 2 cycles in, what you're going to want to do is actually back up into the room, share the chalice around, and you completed yourself 1 circuit. Crota's then going to rotate to the right. You're going to want to wait for him to rotate back to the middle, kill the sword bearer again. He should be out with plenty of time. Do the same strategy on the left side with a different sword bearer this time. Again, down Crota, get those sword hits in, get the guy back down on the rock. He's going to summon Oversoul, get 3 down Crota again, and get 3 hits again, have the Celestial Nighthawk take out the Oversoul, and again, that's why it's good to have 2 Celestial Nighthawks, because it's good rotation time. Otherwise, the other one has to run inside, get orbs from where you made orbs in the first place, and then you kill Crota and all that stuff, and that's going to be another cycle. After you complete the second cycle, Crota's going to rotate to the left side, so everybody's going to have to rotate to the right after killing the second Oversoul, so just do it right afterwards, rotate to the right, take out the boomers, and then you're going to have the Ogres. 2 Ogres spawn at the bottom of the 2 towers. You're going to want to kill these guys as fast as possible because they actually are a time limit for the next Swordbearer to spawn, so kill those 2 Ogres as fast as you can. Again, at the bottom tower, both of those towers. Once you kill these, I believe like 30 seconds later, another Swordbearer will spawn. That should have more than plenty of time for Crota to rotate back to the middle, and of course, just complete this strategy 2 more times. If you do a perfect set of cycles where every single swordsman gets 3 hits every single time, you should be able to kill Crota in only 3 circuits. But what I recommend doing is trying to get that 3rd Swordbearer, just try to get enough hits to put Crota down to 20-25% health. Otherwise, he's going to go into Enrage, which means he summons Oversouls constantly. If you're getting to that final end spot where you actually have Crota to 20-25% health, and you go in for the swordsman, gets 3 hits, and Crota does not die, he'll start to enrage. Just ignore the Oversoul altogether, down Crota, and just try to like balls of steel into those last few hits, and you should be able to get him down with absolutely no problem. If you do have a swordsman that ends up dying, it does not mean it's the end of the world. As long as you guys do not pick up the sword more than once each, you should have no problem continuing along, because of the fact that Celestial Nighthawk has such power to be able to destroy the Oversoul in 1 hit. You can pretty much finish the mission off with 3 or 4 players alive if you do end up having deaths of the people who have already swung the sword. But that's pretty much it. You guys should have no problem killing Crota. It's just a matter of time if you're messing up, getting deaths and all that stuff, getting better at the sword. I've actually never used a sword in my life before doing this Crota raid, and then I started using it a lot during this Crota raid, and I actually got really good. It's just a matter of experience and time and being able to stay up on that rock, just get some practice with the horizontal movement of the sword, and of course getting practice with swinging the sword, and you should have no problem. And again, Crota's pretty docile. After he goes down, he goes straight for that Oversoul, and it makes it a lot easier for that Swordbearer. So the biggest parts of this mission is going to be the boomer on the left, on the right tower. Just kill those every single time you're not doing anything. Just look at the tower, call out to your teammates if you see a boomer or a wizard, and just take them out immediately. If you kill those guys pretty much immediately, you should have no problem surviving against the enemies. The gatekeeper should stay down below. The thralls shouldn't be too much problem. Sometimes they come up behind you if you rotate. The cursed thralls you have to watch out for on the right side. I don't know why they come at you on the right side, not the left, but they do. But other than that, it's pretty much a straightforward strategy. And that's pretty much the video for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, if you did like, make sure you like and subscribe down below for more Destiny in the future. And let me know what you guys think of some Destiny 2. I am super excited with Destiny 2. I'm definitely going to make a video about Destiny 2 in the future, about how the new things that are coming out, what I think about the new subclass and all that stuff. But anyways, I've of course been your host, Necrochasm, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!